it's Sarah with Loaves and Dishes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this pumpkin praline cake. It is Christmas Eve, and this just felt like the perfect Christmas party dessert. It's really easy because it's just a box cake mix and you add some extra ingredients, and the icing is not too fussy to make. It's just sweetened condensed milk and a little bit of butter and some nuts. So let's get started.
So this cake is super simple to make. It is a boxed cake mix. That's the base that we're going to start with. This is just a box of yellow cake, and then we're going to add some stuff to it to make it a pumpkin cake. So I'm just dumping that in my bowl. And then I am getting my pumpkin ready. We're going to add about half a cup of this pumpkin puree. You want to make sure that it's pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie mix, because those look very similar, but they are quite different. The pumpkin pie mix will already have sugar and pumpkin pie spice and stuff like that mixed into it, but this is just canned pumpkin. And at our grocery store, it's on the baking aisle, not with the vegetables, which is where I thought it would be, but you know, whatever. So I am just scooping out, that's a cup of that, not half a cup, into my mixing bowl. I'm adding some milk, and I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable oil as well, and then I'm going to add some eggs. So once I have my eggs in, then I'm going to add some cinnamon, and I'm going to add some nutmeg as well. If you had like pumpkin pie spice mix, you could probably just add like maybe a teaspoon of that, because that will have cinnamon and nutmeg in it. You could also add some ginger. I feel like some fresh ginger would be really good in this, like just a little bit, because ginger is pretty powerful, but you know. And you could add more cinnamon if you wanted it more cinnamony, or more nutmeg if you wanted it more nutmeggy. The spices are kind of up to you. And then I'm just going to give that a good mix. You just want to be careful that you're like getting all of the flour in. You want to scrape your bowl really well. You want to make sure that nothing is stuck to the bottom, and you want to try to get as many lumps out as you possibly can. And I was mixing that, and I realized that I forgot to add in the pecans. So we're going to add in some pecans to this as well. Again, the pecans are kind of optional. If you don't want nuts in your cake, you can leave them out. We do put them in the icing, but you could leave them out there as well if you don't want nuts in your cake. And then I'm just giving that one final mix. And now I'm going to get my cake pans ready. So you want to make sure that you spray your cake pans really well. I'm just using some Pam's, which is just like vegetable oil spray. That works fine for me because I am very particular when I spray cake pans. I really get the corners and stuff. I will say I made a chocolate cake that you'll see in a couple of weeks, and I used Pam and it did not come out. So if you struggle with getting your cakes to come out, I would recommend getting some Baker's Joy, which is a flour and oil mix, I think, and that works really well. My problem with the other cake that I made was that I was almost out of oil, and I didn't want to use just regular vegetable oil on a paper towel. So it was by my own design that I messed that cake up, but that's okay. It happens to everybody. So now I'm just taking the batter, and I am just splitting it up between the two cakes. You want to make it as even as possible, and it's okay if it's not completely even. I don't do anything crazy like measuring or weighing the cakes or anything like that. I just kind of eyeball it. And then I like to kind of zhuzh them around. I like to tap them a couple of times on the countertop just to get rid of any extra bubbles that might be in there. That step's not totally necessary. It's just a personal preference. And then I am going to put those in the oven. And while those are in the oven, I am going to make the icing. Now, the icing for this is a little bit different. It's not like a buttercream icing or anything like that. This is a very like loose icing. It's like a poke cake kind of icing. It's 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk, some butter, and some pecans. And my tip for the icing is if you're taking this to a party or something, wait until you get to the party to put the icing on. And also make sure that your cake plate has like a flood ledge. Like I would put this in a jelly roll pan, something that has a higher side that where the cake can sit up when you put the icing on, because I made this mistake. I just dumped all of the icing on because it looked really good on the video, which got deleted, so you're not going to actually see it. The icing got everywhere. And I should have poked some holes in the top of the cake, and I didn't do that, and that was my fault. But anyways, so just make sure when you do the icing on the cake that you are fully prepared, because it could get messy. It is delicious, okay? It is so good. It is so worth the mess, but it's messy. So just be prepared. So I've got all of my icing ingredients in my bowl, and I'm just going to mix that up really well. You want to mix it up really good because you don't want to need chunks of butter, and you want to make sure that your butter is completely room temperature. And in fact, I would almost put it in the microwave for like 5 seconds just to get it like super soft, because it did not want to mix into the sweetened condensed milk very well. So and once I get this all mixed up, I'm just going to set that aside and wait for the cake to come out and for the cake to get completely cool before I put the icing on as well.
Okay, so our cake and our icing is made. I have preheated the oven to 350 degrees, and now I'm going to put this in the oven for about 27 minutes, and then I'm going to check it at 27 minutes to see if it's done all the way through. I'm just going to stick a cake tester in it. If it comes out clean, it's done. If it doesn't come out clean, that means that it needs to bake, and I'm going to do that probably about 2 to 3 minutes at a time if it needs to go longer than the 27 minutes. But I'll be back when the cake is done. So I'm editing this and the footage is gone, but here is a photo of the finished cake. Don't try to film stuff on Christmas Eve because you will delete the footage.